if you feel like that's something that you cannot deal with, in the military is not for you. Like I said, do not waste your time. Do not waste the military's time. It's just not worth it. Hey guys, so Sitting the Gray here again with another Air Force related video, and today's video, there's no particular rhyme or reason to it. Well, I mean, kinda. So today at work, we did not have wasn't like a full normal day of work. It was a training day. But what we call training days are usually days where either we get caught up on our training for work, or we have briefings on things that we need to remember and keep in mind while being service members. So being in the Air Force, right, being in the military in general, you are no longer a civilian. You were considered a military member, so therefore you were held up to a higher standard. The reason why I'm talking to you guys about this, I mean, some of you may be in the military, some of you not in the military yet, you're about to join the military. I want you to know, when you're in the military, you have to represent the military and their mindsets. You cannot portray a message in public settings or on social media that goes against the rapport that the military has built. You can't, be sharing extremist ideas or, irrational thoughts on social media or at events and stuff like that, because it will not look good on you and you will be held accountable. So I'm saying this to say that, when you're in the military, you have to, it's not just a job or career or a college opportunity, it is a lifestyle. So if you are not prepared for a lifestyle change, then I would say that the military is not for you. Because, you might share the same ideals that the military does. Perhaps you had military parents, right? So you're kind of used to it. But maybe there's some people that were not, that are not used to it at all. But essentially, one of the biggest things that we covered today was people. And that's one of the things I love about the military, which I talk about all the time, meeting new people and different people. If you don't think that you'll be able to work with people, just people in general, for any reason, because of color, gender, size, or humans just being human beings, being unique individuals, then the military is not for you. Don't waste your time or the military's time and resources. The military doesn't want you to practice extreme beliefs or extreme thoughts and ideas on social media, right? And that's not to say to fake your thoughts. On one level of it, I would say it's a perception thing, because the military, once you are part of the military, you represent the military. The military does not want any of its members to be perceived as rationalists or people that essentially go against the overall ideals and beliefs of the military. That makes sense, right? So it's just like how when there was a lot of things going on in this past year with riots, the Capitol building, all sorts of different things, right? People just doing kind of extreme things. I've seen on social media that a lot of people would they would find people and they'd find them on social media, or somebody posted something on social media to make it even easier for them, and they would be they'd find the place that they work for or the school that they go to, and they'd be this is what your person is essentially embodying. This is the kind of stuff that your member is this is the kind of life that your member is living. This is extension of your organization. Are you okay with this? And 10 out of 10 times those people got kicked out of college or get fired from their job, kicked out of the military in some situations, because they were doing too much. They were acting out of character on social media and in public. So that's why I said it's a perception thing. But then the military doesn't really just stop it at that. They also, it's more of an embodiment thing. So they definitely, I do appreciate the days like this, definitely today's conversation that we had with our leadership was actually a very good one, because it wasn't just you guys need to look this way or look good, you know. It's more of a think right, you know. Don't why, especially with today's topic of just, you know, accepting people and working with people, and, you know, not acting out of character because people are people. This is a great message that we got today. Like I was saying, so besides being a perception thing, it's an embodiment thing, because the military wants you to live that way, wants you to breathe that way, wants you to think that way. They don't want you to, you know, act out of character just because somebody is different. That's a great message. If you feel like that is not something that, honestly, you know yourself, if you feel like that's something that you cannot deal with, in the military is not for you. Like I said, do not waste your time, do not waste the military's time. You know, it's just not worth it, because what? You join and then you can't get along with people because of them being humans, and then what? You get kicked out. You wasted your time. You look bad because you got kicked out of the military. It's really not worth it. You know, no matter if you're in for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, or 20 years, you know, whatever amount of time that you're in the military, you need to embody the military. You need to represent what they want you to represent while you're in. And you sign it. You know, when you sign the contract, you pretty much said that I am part of the military. I'm going to defend the Constitution. I'm going to do what is needed of me, you know, in order to be in the military. And what is needed of you is to be a member. What is needed of you is to be a wholesome member to how the military wants you and needs you to be. Right? So they're asking more of you, more than just, you know, your time to, you know, go and fight for your country, or go and work on whatever you're working on. They're also asking for you in your entirety. And, you know, when I think about it, it's like, you really cannot join the military just hating people of anything, because, like, those people are gonna be your family. You know, those people are going to be your brothers, your sisters, your coworkers. You know, you can't just walk around hating people, especially not in the military, man, because you're not around your family that you grew up with. You're not around the family that raised you. You're not around the family, or maybe even the people that you're used to. You know, you're gonna be around different people, and if everybody is accepting of one another, you know, then it just makes life so much easier. The military is the way it is, like the companionship is the way it is because people do not have those prejudices or those, you know, extreme thoughts about people for the most part in the military. You know, like the majority does not have that, and that's what makes the companionship, I guess you could say, or the cohesion in the military so good. You know, because I see things on social media all the time talking about, like, my civilian friends, my military friends, like, just how much closer you are with people no matter where you're from. You know, it's honestly a beautiful thing. Like, it's amazing. You know, I say this all the time. I've met amazing people. I've met great people while being in the military. So let's keep that in mind, y'all. This isn't to deter anybody. This is, if anything, you know, to get people to start thinking right, more than past the, you know, am I ready to pass the ASVAB, or am I physically in shape to join the military yet? You know, it's more than that. So, guys, with that being said, I want you to, like, keep the right mindset, keep that in mind. Look into yourself if that's something that you feel you got to work on before you join, but work on it before you join. All right, guys. So, hope that spoke to you, and until next time, guys, stay great.